The community center buzzed with chatter, neighbors clutching coffee cups and ballots, ready to vote on the new HOA president. Suddenly, a piercing shout cut through the air. "She's cheating!" Heads whipped toward the corner where Karen, the self-proclaimed queen of the neighborhood, stood frozen, her hand buried in the ballot box. Papers spilled onto the floor, each marked in her unmistakable, looping scrawl. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Karen's face flushed crimson, her eyes darting for an escape, but the weight of 100 stares pinned her in place. She'd been caught red-handed, stuffing the box to secure her re-election. The room erupted in chaos, accusations flying like sparks. Karen, always the loudest at meetings, always the one to fine kids for chalk drawings or lecture dog walkers, now stood exposed as a fraud. Her reign of petty tyranny was unraveling, and the neighborhood relished every second of it. Karen's defiance kicked in fast. She yanked her hand free, scattering more ballots, and spun to face her accusers. "This is a setup," she screeched, pointing at Maria, the quiet single mom who'd first raised the alarm. Maria, trembling but resolute, held up her phone, showing grainy footage of Karen sneaking extra ballots from her purse. The crowd hushed, watching the undeniable proof. Karen's bluster faltered, but she doubled down, claiming the rules were unfair, and she was saving the neighborhood from bad leadership. Murmurs grew into roars of outrage. Neighbors recounted years of her bullying, fining old Mr. Thompson for his overgrown lawn, threatening to tow cars parked an inch off regulation. Yet, a flicker of doubt lingered. Could Maria's video be fake? Karen seized on this, spinning a tale of digital sabotage, her voice dripping with fake tears. Then, a new figure stepped forward, Mr. Jenkins, the retired librarian nobody expected to speak. He'd been watching Karen for weeks, suspicious of her late-night visits to the center. His calm, steady voice revealed he'd saved security footage from the building's cameras, showing Karen tampering with the box nights before. The confrontation exploded. Karen lunged at Mr. Jenkins, screaming he was a liar, but two neighbors held her back. The crowd parted as Maria played the security footage on a projector. There was Karen, clear as day, stuffing ballots under moonlight. The room fell silent, the truth undeniable. Karen's face crumpled, her usual smugness replaced by raw panic. She tried to bolt, but the community center's doors were blocked by a wall of fed-up neighbors. Someone had called the police, and sirens wailed closer. Karen's threats turned to pleas, promising to fix everything if they let her go. Nobody moved. Maria, voice shaking with years of pent-up frustration, spoke up. "You thought you could control us forever, Karen. Not anymore." The crowd cheered, a wave of unity washing over them. For the first time, the neighborhood felt like a community, bound by their shared stand against her reign. Karen's downfall was swift and brutal. The police arrived, cuffs clicking around her wrists as she sobbed, mascara streaking her face. Voter fraud, they explained, wasn't just an HOA violation, it was a crime, carrying real prison time. Karen's pleas turned incoherent, her authority reduced to nothing as she was led away. The crowd watched in stunned silence, some filming, others whispering about what came next. The ballots were recounted, and Maria, the underdog, won in a landslide. The neighborhood buzzed with a new energy, free from Karen's grip. But the sting of her betrayal lingered. How had they let her rule them so long? Mr. Jenkins, now a quiet hero, reminded them that truth always finds a way, especially when people stand together. In the weeks that followed, the neighborhood transformed. Maria led with fairness, turning the HOA into a force for good community picnics, support for struggling families, even a fund to help Mr. Thompson with his lawn. Karen's name became a cautionary tale, a reminder that power unchecked breeds corruption. Her arrest sparked debates online, with some calling her a victim of cancel culture, others hailing her downfall as justice. The neighborhood, though, found strength in their unity, proving that even the loudest voices can be silenced when truth and courage prevail. What do you think, was Karen's punishment fair, or did the neighborhood go too far? Share your thoughts, because every voice matters in a community that fights for what's right.